everybody, welcome back to Blu-Roy Movies. It's a cold and wet Sunday, February morning. Let's stay in, talk about films, and let's discuss, as I normally do on a Sunday, what I've been watching over the week. We've got a stack this week, 10 titles to talk about. I think that was the same as last week, 10. So at least we're in some sort of consistency here. So let's crack on with it. Right, we started off the week. The wife and I, last Sunday, we watched Big. One of the few steel books I've got in my collection. It's a little bit bashed, but for the price I paid from it from CX, I can't really complain. Now, Big, I hadn't seen for many a year. When we put it in, it all started flooding back to me, which is a sign of a good film. And yeah, this is just a classic. Tom Hanks in this, he garnered his first ever Oscar nomination from this, and you can see why, because he takes on all the mannerisms of a 13-year-old boy and just carries it off superbly. Some of his facial expressions absolutely brilliant. Really, that iconic scene on the piano, and apparently the store's still there and you can go and have a go yourself. That's something for the bucket list. I'd really like to do that. Yeah, you can see why this is held in such high esteem still. Really good, and set Hanks on the course to stardom. Brilliant start to the week. Next up wasn't so good. Carrying on me MCU-a-thon. Is that a new word I invented? Thor: The Dark World. Now, this one was just boring. Just couldn't get invested in the story. Really ended up playing on my phone half the time. It was that dull. I could see why this is ranked as one of the poorer entrants to the series. The end battle in London was cool, but I couldn't work out what happened to S.H.I.E.L.D. and the rest of the Avengers. Why did they let London get laid to waste? I thought we were all allies here, guys. Come on now. Yeah, Thor: The Dark World, not the best. Next on the list, I thought I'd seen this before, Clint Eastwood's Pale Rider, but I watched it and couldn't remember any of it. And as this DVD copy, I've had this for years and it was still sealed, probably not. It was alright. Clint Eastwood plays a mysterious stranger. You've not heard that before, have you? He comes to this small mining community. They're panning for gold with the pans in the stream, and the nearby local mining companies doing all they can to try and force them out. And Clint, he's like a preacher, does all his best to help them. Yeah, it's all right. Like I say, you've seen it all before with these Eastwood fans. Paint by numbers. It was good. What I did like was the cameo by Richard Kiel, who played Jaws in the Star Wars, in the James Bond films. He was really good. You didn't see enough of him. And apparently, when they first got him on the horse, the poor old horse keeled up over under his weight, and they had to go and get a bigger horse, which you can imagine by the size of the guy. Yeah, not bad. Not one I'd rush back to again, and not one I'd go and upgrade to Blu-ray, to be honest. DVD copy's fine. Now, following on, in a similar sort of vein, the remake of The Magnificent Seven. Never seen this before, mainly because really like the original Western, The Magnificent Seven, and even more than that, I like the source material, Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai, which is an all-time classic film. So this one I've always sort of poo-pooed as, why would I want to watch it? And after watching it, yeah, I think I was kind of in the middle with it. It's directed by Anton Fuqua. Denzel's Denzel, and it is cool in everything he is. I think he was a shining light. They didn't go down the line of when he rode in to save them as making it a racial thing, which I quite like. Chris Pratt. He's alright. Ethan Hawke. Yeah, just steady enough remake, really. Not a lot you can say about it. If you want to watch the story, like I say, watch Kurosawa or the original Magnificent Seven. it passed a couple of hours. It was okay. And next up, something I fall into the trap of, because I'd watched Anton Fuqua and Denzel, I stuck on the Equalizer again. Now this is a much more better watch than Magnificent Seven, and this Denzel's just cool. He plays and it seems to be getting a theme this week. A guy with a past sets out on a vengeance trail. He befriends a prostitute in a cafe because he works at a garden centre, and he can't sleep at night, so he goes down there, has his cup of coffee, chills out, reads his book, and gets talking to this young girl and befriends her, and she ends up getting beaten up by a pimp, and Denzel goes to sort the day out, but it gets deeper and deeper. He's trained under the Russian mafia, and it really goes south. Yeah, really good. I really like this. I think it's because I can really empathise with Denzel's character. Not that I go around beating people up, I couldn't fight sleep, but just the way he is, like such a nice guy. He's always got time for everybody. There's a guy who wants to be a security guard and he's helping him through his exam. Such a lovely guy, but with this hidden past that's really mysterious, and yeah, really good stuff. I haven't seen the Equalizer 2 or the Equalizer 3. I've got a copy of 2, so I'll have to get on that. And when the price comes down a bit, I'll get a copy of 3. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Great film. Fuqua, much better than Magnificent Seven. Next up, first time I've seen Avatar for years. A film that it seems to be quite fashionable to not like these days, but I really enjoyed it. I think it looked beautiful, good action, story interested me enough. What more can you want? This Blu-ray copy looked fantastic on the OLED, so I can't imagine what the 4K must look like. I have got a copy, I got it from CX, of the next film, not seen it yet. Is it Way of Water? I've got a 4K steelbook. So how this looked, I'm really looking forward to sticking that on, because I reckon it's going to look tremendous. I've heard people saying it's maybe the best 4K of last year, so I'll get onto that one soon, let you know what I think. Yeah, Avatar, really good. Don't know why people complain about it these days. Next up, and a redemption on the MCU, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. What a fantastic action film this is. I think this even could be a standalone film. Really good delve, sort of a spy mystery thriller. Could even be a Bond film with the story. Yeah, I really liked how Hydra had infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. over the years, and you couldn't trust anybody. Robert Redford, he was really good. I'm not really a Robert Redford fan, but after seeing this, and what did I see him in recently? The Last Castle, wasn't it? Yeah. Robert, you're slowly turning my opinion round. And a bit late in these advancing years, I guess. But you're getting there, mate. Yeah, Winter Soldier. I think this is the best one in the series so far. Brilliant. Next up, when I did my last shelf video, I had a couple of comments about the pick of the week. Ellery, he told me that I'd forgotten to do it, which I apologise. And who else was it? Ash Popcorn and Horror, he said he'd really enjoyed my selections, my picks from the shelf that I did. I used to do one a shelf. So I'll sort of bring it back for these videos. And this week's pick of the week is going to be Bait. I really dug this. Really great stuff. I'll say off the bat, it's not going to be for everyone. It's very art house sort of feel to it. It's filmed on a 1970s camera with Kodak film, 16mm. All the sound was dubbed into it later because the director said the camera made such a noise that he couldn't record sound with it, so they just moved their lips and they dubbed it on later. But I really love this. The story's about this guy, Martin, lives on the south west coast of England and hates bloody tourists. Go figure. For American viewers, and I know there's a lot of you, the pattern of the country's changed over later years, that people living in London without the risk of sounding political have moved out of the capital in the droves as multiculturalism takes over. They've moved to these coastal towns and basically taken it over, not for the good of the towns themselves in a lot of cases. Martin, the main character, he was a fisherman who hasn't got a boat anymore because his brother now does tourist tours on it. His old childhood house is now a guest house for holidaymakers, and it's a real clash of how these two cultures are colliding. Sometimes not for the best, a lot of times not for the best, and it's really interesting to me because living in the middle of the country, I'm normally one of the bloody tourists, but I could really empathise with Martin's character and all the struggles he was having. Yeah, really, really great film that makes you think, been making me think since I'm watching it. Recommend it, but like I say, not for everything. If it doesn't sound like your sort of thing, maybe watch the trailer, see what you think. If the trailer clicks with you, get on board, because I really, really loved it. Next up was Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. Again, another one I ain't seen for a long, long time, and another film I really, really dug. What a great cast it's got. It's got Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, Anthony Hopkins, Keanu Reeves, who was absolutely terrible at it. Talk about wooden. My wife, she polished the screen while it was on, and she got a splinter from him. He was that wooden. But yeah, I love me gothic horror. This was so stylised, gory stuff. And maybe even now my second favourite Dracula film. I think my favourite will always be the 1931 Bela Lugosi classic. Lugosi is my favourite Dracula. I think now Gary Oldman is my second favourite Dracula, and I feel bad putting Christopher Lee in third, but I think that's how it is. Yeah, I really, really loved that. If you haven't seen that, give it a go. Brilliant stuff. And last up, we closed off the week with Jango Unchained. As you know, if you've been watching the previous videos, been going through these with my son because he'd never seen them before. Jango, such a super stylised, violent Western, probably Tarantino's most violent film, which is saying something. Really, really good. Song for nearly 3 hours, and it just shoots along. Great, great stuff. You've all seen it. You all know what it's about. Brilliant. Apparently, Jamie Foxx, he was that good on a horse, and he used his own horse. A horse he'd had for 4 years. So that's two horse facts, one video. Where else can you get that? So that's it for this week's, guys. That's this week's watches. Thanks for watching with me. Oh, my draw for the Blu-ray, what was it, Jackie Brown? I'll do that in a week for you, so still time to enter. If you never see it, watch the last video. It's on there, competition to win it. Jackie Brown Blu-ray, if you haven't got it. Thanks for watching, guys. You all take care. Have a good rest of the weekend. Cheers.